Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts and another user scenario. This one from Levy or Levy. This is an interesting one. A light cruiser, which is there's a few design stipulations against a Chinese cruiser squadron. It's a pretty heavy one, so I'm actually going to give myself a little bit of a tech advantage. And yeah, let's see if we can manage this. So this is to be the Ronin, or the Ronin class, and I'm to use the experimental cruiser, which basically turns it into a destroyer. And the other restriction was it must be able to do 40 knots minimum, which is going to be tough. Really, really tough. I don't think it's possible on diesels. So we're going to go forced steam. Highly advanced tower. Okay, something about that name amuses me. And secondary towers are very similar. I'll go with this one for now. Funnels. Really, they don't give me any smoke interference bonus. Oh god. Oh wow. That thing's huge. Are you supposed to fit that? Need a bigger ship just to fit in all the funnels this thing needs. Yeah, 62.5. I think not. Well, that one gives me 100%. Two of these big boys. Alright. I can get behind that. Other restrictions. Maximum 6-inch guns and must have torpedoes. Okay, let's go for a quintuple launcher on the back. I'm also told I can't use fasts. I have to use oxygens or electrics. Well, it is a Japanese ship, so let's go for oxygens. And let's go for massive ones. Jesus Christ, the weight. Range, no. Mission impossible. Frosty Dentistry, yeah, you might be right. I'm not even sure it's possible to get a ship like this to leave the harbour. Because, I mean, I've got pretty much nothing on this already, and I'm like 158. So, I am not sure it's possible to get the ship to go this fast. That's just too much. Shit like this. I wonder if I can do it on a small hull. No, even on a tiny hull, this is going to be. It's going to be impossible. 35 knots might be doable. Just. Yeah, no, but this happens sometimes that you just can't make a design work. 30 because it is a light cruiser. It's not a destroyer, so trying to make it go destroyer speeds is pretty difficult. And those torpedo launchers are really heavy. Let's maybe go for 22-inch instead. Might save a little bit of weight, but not much. So it doesn't even have radar systems or anything. You know what? I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna build the ship the way I would build it, because I don't think the sticking to the restrictions is possible. I'm gonna go for the medium one again. There we go. Now, smoke interference is pretty similar between the three. Would be fun to fit in this thing, if we can. Because it's pretty funky looking. Alright. I would prefer to use diesel engines on this if I can. Which means on diesels it's going to have a top speed of 32 knots, 33 knots. Yeah, 33 knots. Okay, let's make it a turbo drive with advanced shaft. Now then, melee, shush. 6-inch guns. Shh. Melee. Melee. Shush. Something appealing about the duels, but I think actually triple 6-inch guns would be good. It should give us fairly hefty firepower. Hello there, Spicy Stern. Or Strem? Spicy Strem. Sorry, misread that. Yeah, melee is silly. Yeah, and then torpedo launcher on the back. Let's go for a quad. Ooh, firing angles are terrible. That's only with an 18-inch. Tell you what, why don't I go with the smaller rear tower? So that we have a little bit more room. We actually have an aft weight offset. Okay. I don't want to make that too bad. I'm thinking, weirdly, 18-inch electrics. I haven't tried these in a while. These are the stealthiest torpedoes I have access to. Can maybe try that. But the other option is to go with what I would call FU torpedoes. I'll let chat decide. Do you want to go with stealthy ones, or do you want to go with FU torpedoes? I'm happy to try either. Weight is still an issue, though. FUs. FU every time. I always do those, but chat seems to find them popular. 24-inch fast torpedoes it is. Secondary guns. Ooh, really? Yeah, didn't think so. Guns, a little bit too chunky for a 3-inch. We can get a couple of 2-inch guns in. It's just minimum bulkheads makes me very nervous. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do my classic, fitting it with everything I would like, and then coming back to what you need to do to trim it down. Let's go high TNT standards. No, go high TNT super heavy if we wanted. Electrohydra turrets. Yeah, this is too much stuff on one ship. I wonder. I could get it to 30 knots. It's not the super fast ship envisioned. 30 knots is still pretty respectable, though. And that would let me add a little bit of armour. Just enough perhaps to keep some of the nastier small fire out. Although it's still not a lot. You know what? We'll have token deck extended armor. 6-inch belt. It's a bit better. Actually, I'd prefer to have 6 inches on the turrets first. There we go. Okay. Go for a 4-2. Almost. Alright. There we go. The Ronin class. Half weight offset is pretty terrible, though. I don't think there is anything I can do about it. Apart from making the Tuppy launcher smaller. It's a very packed cruiser. Yeah, it is. It's busy. I like it. It's almost no free deck space at all. Also, at 31 million, that is a lot of ship packed into a pretty tiny package. I'm just curious to see if that half weight offset bites us in the arse. No jest. Thank you very much for the host, Antonio Madeline. Very, very kind of you. Right, let's try her out. I'm feeling much better, thanks. Yeah, I've been suffering with migraines earlier on in the week, so keep out bows and arrows. Yeah, well, that's all. Like people like, why'd you bother armoring up your light cruisers and your destroyers? Well, 2-inch guns can wreck a destroyer or a light cruiser very quickly if they don't have any armor whatsoever. So we'll try this. Jesus, China has brought some pretty big ships to play, though. Oh, my word. Hey there, Sunless. Glad to see you back. I don't think this is going to go well. But we can try. If you are planning on writing me a scenario, please feel free. Yeah, Alpha 12 has made things a little bit harder. And whilst I would have liked my chances under Alpha 11, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get ruined on this. Right, what do we got? 22-inch electric torps. So these guys have the sneaky torps. And they are very, 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 very fast. Maximum bulkheads too. Well now, that's interesting. Get over there. Torpedoes, however, I want to be off for everybody until I give the okay. How big are these? 22? Yeah. Yeah, chat does not rate my chances. Yes, you are quite correct, Ricochet. It is very hard to write a scenario without owning the game. But don't worry too much about that if you are planning on writing a scenario. I often adjust scenarios based on my own experience with the game and things like that. So please don't worry too much about that. I can do that sort of thing. You can always look to history, what ifs, historical battles, things like that, to give you an idea of what sort of things are realistic. And yeah, of course, you can watch various other attempts of mine and see what happens. Right, Ronin, smoke up. Because you're going to find this tricky. Oh no, no, don't shoot a destroyer. Now then, what's the enemy disposition? We have presumably a destroyer, although you could be a cruiser actually, and we have the heavy. They're all manoeuvring all over the place though, is the problem. All right. Yeah, so these, when I say sneaky tops, these are the electrics, and if you want them to be hard to see, you have to go with smaller ones. If you run with, whoa, shitting hell, like those I didn't see until very late on, that is probably a dead destroyer. Go, go. No. Takes one on the bombs. Right. Aggressive. Get those torpedoes in the water. Torpedo size affects how visible they are. So if you go 24-inch electrics, they are much easier to spot. But electrics are the hardest for the sonars to pick up because they're quite quiet. Battle of River Plate is a really good thing to base scenarios on. I've done that or similar things to that a few times. Will you please fire? The other thing I've noticed with the AI is it tends to be more effective if you fire at, like, say here, and you try, and what you end up doing is hitting the ship behind, rather than the ship you aim at. Can you please fire some torpedoes at some point? Goodness me. That is frustrating when they do that. Enemy torp. Missing the cruiser, but might be going for the Enoki. Or the Asagiri. I'm amazed the Enoki has lived, but Ronin moving in. Causing some damage. Asagiri still the focus of the enemy fire for some reason. Another random torpedo. Torpedoes everywhere from the enemy. Fair enough. I'm not going to complain if you want to fire literally all your torpedoes at a fast, agile destroyer. Suits me fine. Huge waves of torpedoes. The Fuchsin goes down to the Ronin's guns. I wonder if we can hit the light cruiser. You have permission to fire if you get a good shot. Ronin, meanwhile, continues to advance pretty much unmolested. More torpedoes going towards my destroyer. down goes the tank shan. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, thank you very much for the host there, Al. How you doing? Yeah, you can make a battleship go around 36 knots. You can make them go faster, but you'll be really suffering to make them go much faster than that. But certainly if you want to build like an Iowa style ship that's very speedy, you can do that. More torpedoes coming out. This time in a really weird direction. Okay. I think they're trying to go for the Asagiri. But it could actually prove a problem for the Ronin. Has smoke available. Smoke up. Ow. And the other thing I've noticed about torpedoes is the game claims that they have a range, but it seems to only be for acquiring a target. They actually seem to run... Oh, the Asagiri is fired. Cool. Hard to starboard. Try and avoid those two. Of course, fire as the enemy is on a turn, so those will inevitably miss. Because these torpedoes were fired from this ship all the way over here. Now, supposedly they have a range of 9.5, but that ship is 10 kilometers away. I'm glad to hear you're getting some help. That's really good to hear. Yeah, you can do some really crazy builds, ones that, you know, yeah, as Sunless is saying, pre-Dreadnoughts that can go at 36 knots, but you are probably sacrificing all your armour and down goes the Asagiri. Oh, two a torpedo hit. Mean. I do still have the Enoki, but being heavily, oh geez, heavily damaged. Might be able to thread between those. You can fire on the Wushan if you get a chance. Ow. No, Keita goes down. As I said, I was always going to find this tricky. Kind of don't want to be hit by that torpedo. But I'm just getting wrecked by enemy guns. Tell you what, let's try. I don't think I'm going to get any closer than this. Torpedoes away. And of course it's miles away by now. It's a shame. I actually like this ship, particularly as like a destroyer leader or something. But when even the enemy, just one of the enemy ships is equal in price to you, and the other two light cruisers are pretty similar. You are severely outclassed. And 6-inch guns are really not going to do much against a heavy cruiser. And their 9-inch guns absolutely shredding me to bits. Yeah, as we saw in the previous battle, being able to go faster than your enemy is definitely good, because you can dictate the flow of the battle. But in this particular case, whilst I like this ship, it's an interesting design, it is not really capable of dealing with this. You might be able to kill another destroyer just to make ourselves feel better. But those enemy cruisers, just far too much for us to handle. Good hit. Yeah. Take that. What? I mean, really, my only hope is that there are so many enemy torpedoes zipping around that they hit each other by accident. Look how many of these things carry. Look how many torpedo launchers this thing has. Everywhere. Hey there, Threadoflength. Yeah, I'm feeling better today. Obviously, I don't feel great. Still ill, but yeah. Hey there, Volmacon. UAD Tokyo Drift. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, there's a gap there. Oh well, letting me practice my torpedo dodging skills, I suppose. While we wait for those 9-inch guns to finally kill us off. No. Oh my God. There's a gap. I'm getting my first shot today, Al. Right after the stream ends. And then second shot, presumably like 6 weeks later. I think it's about 6 weeks. Oh, try again. Try again, AI. Not good enough. Right. Fire back the last set of torpedoes. Who's that calling me? I can forget it. I'm just going to mute myself quickly. I'm back. Yeah, Ronin is done for. And, of course, those torpedoes missed. But I think we've given them a... We're not made it easy for them, at least. Mind you, the Ronin is somehow managing to pump out some of that water. We have no torpedoes left. Almost out of ammunition. I mean, I already have long COVID, so either the jab is going to make no difference to me, or it's going to make me feel like absolute terrible rubbish. I will keep you guys informed, of course, because it will depend whether I stream tomorrow or not. But hopefully, it's fine. A month, yikes! But as I said, like, I'm pretty much housebound anyway. So yeah, it's hopefully not like it can't like make things much worse. Like, if you see what I mean. It can stop me streaming, and that's about it. I'm really sorry to hear that, Desiree. It's affected everybody. It's horrible. I mean, silver linings and all that. I didn't start streaming because of long COVID, but it's definitely changed my focus. We killed a light cruiser. Nice. Yes, make them pay. Make them pay. For every tiny percentage of structural damage that we have left. Make them pay. We still have shells. I'll point out that this thing only has standard bulkheads and is still here. No torpedoes. Barely any shells. Still going. Oh, thanks, Al. Just to go. You can do it. I don't think I can. Not unless that light cruiser decides to come very, very close. Or the heavy cruiser decides to come very close. Heavy cruiser doesn't have any torpedoes though. But those 9-inch guns, absolutely devastating. Light cruiser has loads of torpedoes. Drink a health potion. Different game. The Emperor protects. Sorry about that. Someone ringing my landline again. Ah, no! Ronin finally goes down. But, well, that went better than I thought. I managed to kill all the destroyers and one of the light cruisers for the Ronin and 2 destroyers. So, technically we're up in that exchange. But, yeah. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye-bye.